What's up, guys? Welcome to the Killerfox show. I am Killerfox, aka Eric. Alongside my good friends, we got Matt Campbell and Glenn Parsons, special guest.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to do the spiel again because this is a different show, so. Or maybe a shorter version.
Watch the last week's show.
Watch last
Just
week's
watch
show.
the last
For
week's
the
show.
Chivo.
So you're for the Chivo?
For the Chivo. Impatient Assassin on there. So.
All right. So this was kind of leading into the topic that I was going to give today on the show because we were getting awfully close. Expectation and hype for games. When is it too much? Have you guys ever experienced it? I know we kind of delved a little bit before about this, but since No Man's Sky is nearing, everybody's been talking about it and kind of scared at the same time, especially Chris. If you remember Chris, he used to be, he was on the show. He moved away. But he's excited for the game, but he's scared at the same time just because, I mean, is it going to be the game everybody thinks it's going to be?
Yeah.
This guy, I guess he bought this game for like a lot of money on eBay, and he beat it in 30 hours to get to the center of the universe. But apparently he says there's more stuff to do. He says that it's a good game, but he's not like giving too many like spoilers that much. I'm not gonna scroll down through because I don't want to, in case there is a spoiler. But because I've been very cautious to watch any or see any of this. But I just been reading the headlines. I'm excited for it, but I know that it's not gonna be the game everybody thinks it's gonna be. Everybody thinks it's gonna be this grand, oh, I'm gonna land here and then start a colony and do all this stuff. It's not gonna be like that per se. You're just kind of adventuring. It's an exploration game. You just make your own story. I'm super excited. I'll probably do a live stream or something of the game. I'm sure Matt will probably do something too because this game's gonna be amazing.
I think we're going to do something on For the Chivo as well. Not 100% sure yet.
Definitely, I'm gonna claim a planet. It's gonna be Leviathan game. I'm telling you right now. So.
Yes.
It's gonna be like Leviathan Gaming, Killerfox's planet, Leviathan Gaming, Matty C's planet, and then all of a sudden, years from now, somebody's gonna finally stumble across that planet and be like, "Oh, I watched them."
Right.
Because apparently it's supposed to be so masked you're never gonna really see anybody.
We created this planet before it was cool.
So yeah, we created the planet before it was cool. No big deal. But I'm excited. But I thought I just asked you guys, what's your thoughts? What games have you been disappointed about because of all the hype? I know we were talking about Game of Thrones, and that's what kind of killed it for me. Just because everybody's hyping this show be this end all be all show, and I finally sit down and watch, and I'm like, it's good, but it's not.
It's not exactly your cup of tea.
Yeah. I like the high fantasy stuff, but at the same time, I was like, I'd rather watch maybe this show.
Unpopular opinions.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the recent game that has done that for me is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5.
Yeah, you can go get that game for $15 at GameStop right now.
Yeah, that's too much.
It's still too much. I might pay $5 for it just to be like, all right. So
I don't know if
it's
I even
that
pay
terrible.
that.
Do you guys have any free copies of Tony Hawk's?
Luckily, I did have a free copy. So I would have not paid for that game.
No, I would have been.
Sorry.
I would have been so butthurt if I had paid
I'm
for
sorry, but I'm glad I didn't pay for that game. I'm glad it was free. But yeah, I was so sad. You attach Pro Skater. You're thinking it's gonna be, yes, we're finally knuckling down to a serious sequel to the Pro Skater series.
I wonder.
And then
I wonder how Tony Hawk feels about it.
Tony Hawk didn't even know about it because he's he doesn't really touch these games. His name's just attached to it.
His name's on it. He's like, skateboarding's cool. I skateboard. All right, make the game.
I remember when I went to E3 that year it was announced, I saw Tony Hawk. It was awesome to see him in person.
That's cool.
But he was on stage talking about the game. He didn't even know what he was talking about. Nobody tells him anything. Anybody somebody asked him a question, he's just like, yeah, I don't know.
At
he was
least,
just there for show.
at
like-
least for this one, man. The old games, he was really into them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was
Definitely.
really into them.
I mean, I would have taken the fucking that Tony Hawk's Ride over this game, and that's saying a lot.
That's
Saying a lot.
I found, I think it was like a year after the second one of those games, which, why the hell did they do a second one?
I don't know
It's me.
why they did a second
I don't
one.
know. I found it at like, I think it was like a year after it came out of. I found it at Big Lots for like $10.
and you're just like, oh, why not?
I should have gotten it.
You should have.
I should have gotten it.
But I mean, that's the thing. It got progressively worse over the years. You know, the last serious Tony Hawk game that was good. I want to say is Proving Ground. I liked Project 8, but it wasn't really Tony Hawk in a way. Like, because then they tried to do
Proving
Skate.
Ground.
Like, because they tried to do Skate with the whole
I
the
miss
crate.
Skate.
Bring back Skate. We were talking about this before when we talked about
It's gotta
action
happen.
sports. Like, where the fuck are you, Skate 4?
It's gotta happen. And
Where are you?
you know what? Like, I want Skate 4, but at the same time, like the whole thing that Ubisoft is doing with
Oh yeah, that one game.
Summit or whatever it's called.
I don't
Not
think it's
that,
called
something
Summit.
like that. Something like that.
It takes place on a summit mountain.
Yeah. They should do something like that. They should do like
That game looks awesome.
they should do they should do an extreme
Like,
sports
super
game like that's winter sports. They should do like extreme
an
sports.
like
They
a
should do
summer
like a
sports.
game like that mixes like
God, just imagine like a summer sports one.
motocross and skateboarding.
BMX.
And like,
That'd be
you know,
awesome.
I think they used to do X Games, video games, but it was like
Yeah, they
like,
used to do X Games. Like, they were
they weren't great.
Matt Hoffman's BMX.
Ha.
That was awesome.
I liked that game. I never had that one. I played it, but I had Dave Mirra's freestyle BMX. That was fantastic.
amazing.
Just freaking rolling
That was
around.
literally
as
the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
of BMX. I always used to. I played as the Slim Jim guy, and
Yes.
there was a level with highways, and I would just careen into traffic all the time.
Man, that was some sad news about him. I don't know if you guys knew
Yeah,
about
I know
that.
about
Okay.
that.
Oh my god, yeah.
Rest in peace, Dave Mirra. But
Yeah.
it was such great games. I love those games growing up because it was just like that, and then you got Tony Hawk. So you're like, well, I'm good. I got
And
BMX and skateboarding.
I really liked. Oh God, what was it? This is gonna kill me. It was an ATV off-road freestyle whatever
Yeah.
game. Like you could just
What was it
ride
called?
around the desert and like just do crazy jumps.
We
and-
used to back in the day. I would get to the border, like the pretty much the wall,
Yeah.
and then it shoots you all the way back.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Like it just.
I remember
shots
that.
you.
Oh man. Oh God. Freak Style. Remember Freak Style?
Yes,
Such a great game.
that
dude.
was.
Just so, and then they did that
Oh.
and SSX Tricky.
Yes, another good game.
Cool Borders.
That
Oh my
too.
God, Cool
God,
Borders.
that was amazing. I remember when I first played Cool Borders, the disc.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
the demo disc one. And you're like,
Yes.
this is such an awesome game. Like, and then you just play the demo all over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Another awesome game, Aggressive Inline. I don't know if any of you
Yes.
played that.
Yes.
That inline game, yes.
Great game. Great game.
God, where are
Which
all those games?
led me into one of your favorites, Jet Set.
Yeah, I was just about to say Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, Jet Set's fantastic.
God, bring that back, please. Please.
Yeah.
Please. I love Jet Set Radio. And then I don't know how many times I played Jet Set Radio Future. And then when we used to play the multiplayer versus mode, that mode was so awesome. God, I really wish they would do an HD remake of that.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, man.
It's already. Yeah.
I flipped out. I flipped out when they announced Crash.
Yeah.
They leaked that a while ago, and then someone instantly killed that rumor.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it was announced, like, it was leaked, and then they're like,
That rumor
"Nah,
was,
nah."
No.
that rumor was killed so fast that I
Right?
know it's happening now.
Uh huh.
Like, and then I really had forgot about that rumor until, like, I looked at it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. Back then, they even said something, and it's like,
Yeah, that's happening. Now that that's happening, I want Jack and Daxter back now. Because I had the collection on PS3, but I want a sequel. I love those
I want
games.
some more Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, just
Just bring
all
back
of them.
all the old people. Sonic.
Okay.
Sonic is being remade.
It's being remade. Like, for the love of God, just get it fucking right.
Apparently, this time it's gonna be right.
It is, because it's like a whole classic style, and
it's
just
gonna be the old school Sonic.
This is like one of my.
It's gonna be a new school.
One of my biggest gripes that I've beaten a dead horse with Sonic at this point.
Sonic 4, like that
There's
Sonic
been so many
episode 4.
different-
That was such a disappointment. I was so sad about that.
You know what was good? What was actually good was the Sonic generation.
Yes,
that
was
was
good.
actually a lot of
that.
fun.
I liked that.
Apparently,
game.
the one that they're making is gonna be kind of like Generations.
Yes.
Which I'm excited for. But oh my God, can we just say, because the whole disappointment section, I was super excited for Sonic 4, thinking, oh, it's gonna be the sequel, the
Right.
new one, and then that fucking minecart level.
The minecart. I never played it. I think I saw somebody play the minecart level.
I played a little bit.
That part was so... I quit after that.
And actually, on the note of disappointing games and Sonic, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
I think that's on like a lot of like top 10 worst games ever made.
Yeah.
So
I was so disappointed.
I'm talking about worst games ever made. Ghostbusters. Why didn't they just do what they did before? Like, just continue off of that, where it was like pretty much like the sequel.
Slime, yeah.
Like, well, no, not that. I'm talking about the one that Sierra made, where it was pretty much like the sequel to 2.
Oh, yes.
Where it was like you were the new Ghostbuster, and it was awesome.
There's been
like they had all the voice actors in it.
There's been so much crap, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, like the actual good Ghostbusters game.
Yeah, awesome. And like DLC cash in like with the new game, they've got like a starters DLC pack you can buy for like $5 or $6 or something like that.
Did you hear though that developer went under? Is bankrupt now?
Yeah. I wonder why. Like,
well, apparently they had even more crap before that, and then this just kind of sealed the deal.
You would think they would learn from that. You would think a developer would learn from their lessons, but some people just don't get it.
Like
look at Sega making these Sonic games. You'd think they would learn.
Like, I guess another game too that I'm gonna say, because you know how back in the 360 PS3 generation, we had the high end games, then you had the really low games, and then you had the games that were in the middle that were supposed to be good but then just weren't. And THQ was that developer that usually made those type of games, but now they're under. Guess who's the new people? Deep Silver. Other than Dying Light. Dying Light, amazing. Did Deep Silver do Dying Light?
No.
I thought they published Dying Light.
Deep Silver's Dead Island, I thought.
I thought they published Dying Light too.
They might have.
But other than Dying Light, if they did publish it, has been just nothing but just games. Homefront.
Oh God!
I was so sad with Homefront.
What a travesty!
I would like, and you saw my reactions when it was coming out. I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
This is like what I wanted in Homefront, and then it just comes out and the frame rate's horrible. You can't barely play it.
Looks like a PS2
Apparently now
game.
they finally fixed it, but at the same time, it's like, do you want to go back?
Do I want to take the time to reinstall that game?
Yeah, like I deleted it because I'm like, I gave it about a week. And, they were doing some updates, but they never fixed the problem. Because every time there was an update, it was like, optimization fixes. I'm like, oh, really? And I click it, and I loaded it up. Still ran like shit.
What was it? There was a game that me and Roman were, like, going nuts over. We had the most hype I've ever seen for a game. And it just, even years after its release, it went through hell. And it was cool, but it was like really bad at the same time. Too Human.
Oh God, Roman was obsessed with Too Human.
He was.
Oh my God, you could not say anything about that game with him.
I played it for a while, and then he continued on, but he ended up getting like everything. He got like the best shit you could get in that game. He
played the shit out of the game. I'm like, how can you play this game?
We were hanging out one night, and he was just like, "All right, I'm done. That's it. I did it all."
I could not understand how he played that game. Like, I played like 10 minutes of it. I'm like, I can't do it.
The reason we were so hyped for it is because they were hyping the game, calling it like it's a Diablo-esque game.
No, I remember,
and I'm like, all right,
I'm like, oh, that
sweet.
sounds
And
cool.
this was years before they even announced Diablo 3.
Yeah.
So we're like, sweet. And we got it, and I'm
then
just
you got
like,
Too Human. I'm surprised they didn't give it another chance to do a second one to do it right.
Like I said, the game's concept and
like it had
like
good ideas.
It was like a
I'll give it that.
futuristic.
Yeah.
It was like futuristic Nordic
Yeah.
culture. It was
But
really
apparently,
freaking
didn't
cool.
it come? Was that the game that came out and it had a revamp? Because it was supposed to be something else, and then it comes out.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, yeah.
Because it
did.
looked different, and then it disappeared for a while, and then it came back as what you know today.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember that, because I was excited for the before,
Yeah.
not so much the after.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, this isn't what I wanted.
The
It was supposed to be a third person, like, I think it was supposed to be like a third person, like, role playing, like, actual
yeah.
adventure game.
Yeah. They did so many things wrong in that game. It just got comedic. Like, don't you even dare die in that game, because it took 5 minutes to come back to life. Because you would die, you'd be laying there, and Valkyrie would come down and pick you up, take you up to Valhalla, and I'm like, am I dead yet?
It's like, just kill me off already.
End this. And then there was a loading screen, and now you're back. So combat was cool, weapons looked cool, armors looked, everything looked cool aesthetically, and it just didn't. No,
nothing.
It's just nothing.
Just no.
It just fell flat on its face. Would have been cool in this MMO. I think it would have been a really cool MMO. God
You know,
forbid I
would've been
pay
a
for
cool
it. It should have been
MMO.
free to play, but
You know what would have been a cool MMO? That Fallout online game.
yes.
Yeah.
What happened
That
to that?
disappeared because it got lawsuited.
Yeah.
Because it was the original makers.
Yeah.
I forgot what they were called, but they made the Fallout 1 and 2. They were
Mhm.
going to make online, and then Bethesda sued them and
Yeah.
they stopped.
Yeah.
But, and then they make Elder Scrolls Online.
I've tried so many times to be into that game, and
you tried to play it again, and I'm like, why?
I'm just like, I can't do it. It's boring, and it's taken up like 70 gigs on my PS4.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't. I'm like,
It's
if
a
I'm
lot.
not,
tried it.
Don't.
don't get
Unless
into it.
it's free.
It is. Unless it's completely. You have to buy the
unless
game,
it's a
but
PlayStation Plus game and you have a lot of room, don't do it.
It's just not. And then
And even then, don't.
even then, there's like a lot of things like the updates. The updates are really cool. Like it's Elder Scrolls, but like they added the Dark Brotherhood and the
I
Thieves
wanted
Guild.
to try that. Like, I wanted
And
to try
people
that.
are raving about it, but like with the Thieves Guild, you can find these purple glowing chests throughout the world. You can't open them unless you have the Thieves Guild DLC that you spend $10 on.
That's stupid. I hate games that are
So
like that.
it's on disc content or whatever, like the update or whatever, but you can't do anything with the and they have great stuff in them, and I'm like, I don't have the DLC.
So, yeah, I don't
pay to
want
play.
Yeah.
It's pay to
It's starting.
play.
Yeah, it is basically pay to play, but you still have to buy the disc
The thing that I didn't
because
like
you buy
about
these
it,
coins and shit.
Yeah. The thing that I didn't like about it is it's the quests are boring. It's all retrieval.
God,
It's all retrieval and escorts.
Yeah, the
I'm
one
like-
time I played it, I'm like, I played about an hour into the game. I'm like, nah, I'm done. Because I was literally just running around, going from point to point, not doing too much.
But I would honestly highly recommend Neverwinter. It's fun. It's all
played,
free.
they give
you a ton of
They
give you a ton of stuff for free.
Oh,
so
really?
it's really funny though, because I did a quest. I'm like 19 and a half right now. I'm almost 20. But once I did like this quest through a dungeon, the game's just like, all right, go find something to do. Like nothing's like leading me to anything. So I'm like trying to find quests. So I just got to level up a little bit that I can go to another area, because all the areas are open to you. It's just like, okay, you're a really low level. Careful here. So
I have to check that out.
but
because-
it's really fun.
I mean, I played it on like I said, I played it on Xbox One. It was cool, but then I'm like, I'm playing on Xbox. I don't really want to do it.
What I really like about this game is Dungeons. It's Dungeons and Dragons. Is what it's based off of, and Dungeons and Dragons has always been so in depth. You can do like whatever you want with characters. They have like 10 different races. They have like 10 different classes. Like you can be like
Is it pay to win?
a trickster rogue. You can be like a ranger archer. A cleric.
Does it have a cool quest line?
Has a really cool
Okay.
quest line. Very interesting.
I need something to hook me in, because if I don't get hooked in, I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah, like
Because that was the biggest thing with Elder Scrolls. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, why am I here?
Well, it's like I said, I haven't done any like crap retrieval. Like, hey, I'm hungry. Go get me a burger. Like, no.
Hey, go visit this guy for me.
Yeah.
I lost my kid.
You know what's cool is you have your quests and they're all really cool. But if they do stuff like that, like, hey, go to the market and check it out, and that's a quest. They put it in special quests in like a whole different sector. So it's like you can do that whenever you want. It's not important.
So it's like the optional quests.
They're optional, and they have like a whole, like they have your quest journal, and then they won't list the crap quests in it like that. And then they have like down below they have
that's what I liked
quests.
about like Fallout. It had like that tier was just miscellaneous.
Right. Yeah, miscellaneous objectives and stuff. That's basically
so it's just like,
what
this is a quest line. No, not really. It's not a quest line, but
yeah, it's like they have all those different classes. They have 2 different, fighting styles for each. So I'm like an archer. I'm like a ranger archer, like sun elf, and like you pick your race, your class, your origin, and then you create your origin story. Like you pick where you pick what land you're from.
Really?
That's cool.
And then you pick.
Okay,
I'm gonna have to download it.
You pick
now.
what land you're from, and then after that you pick your like origin story. Like
they changed that a lot since the Xbox One.
They did, and then like
last time I played.
So I'm like a sun elf ranger archer from like this forest area where I grew up, and like I was in a bloody battle. And
are they different spawns? Like, do you spawn in the same spot, or is like depending on who you pick?
You don't actually.
Okay, so it's not like
Elder Scrolls did that.
I was gonna say, so it's not like World of Warcraft and stuff
ESO
like that.
did that.
Yeah, it did.
This game does not. You'll always spawn in like the
same area.
The same
okay.
area.
Starting town.
That's cool because I'm like, I want to play with friends, but if we pick, different characters, and it's like, it's gonna take a while until I get to you.
And it is a huge main city. It's huge. So. But
I'll have to check it out.
Recommend it. I really like it.
It's
cool.
Download it when I go home.
Cool. And they give you tons of stuff for free too. They give you a free starter pack that comes with a companion, like a husky puppy, and he's like a pack mule. He can carry stuff for you, and then you get a bunch of items, and it's really cool because they give you this.
No husky puppy in Xbox. You Xbox.
They give you a chest that you can open every 5 levels, and it's always got stuff in it. It's cool. So it's like I opened it at level 5, level 10, level 15, and I'm waiting to open it at level 20. So it's pretty cool.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
One thing that annoys me. Spent $5 on the game the other night. Here's why.
Oh, you spent money on it.
I spent money on it. I'm like,
boy.
You know what? I really like this game.
You must really like it.
I'm going to spend $5 on
Okay.
it. Sometimes in dungeons, or if you're fighting like a higher level character, they'll drop these I forget what they're called. They're called something lunch boxes. That's funny, like Fallout. The lunch boxes. I have like 20 of them, but you need enchanted keys to open them. No idea where to get them for free.
You buy them.
I bought them.
That was one thing that
keys.
annoyed me in some of the PC games that I've been playing. Killing Floor, where you unlock the drive, but then you got to buy the key. So you don't earn anything. You have to buy it anyway.
Yeah.
Like you earn the disc drive that'll have all these different guns or like customization options, but it doesn't unlock. You got to buy it.
Yeah, like they drop. I've got like 20 of those lunch boxes, but you'd have to buy the keys. So
literally just like, why do they do that? Like, just don't give me the lunchbox then.
It's horrible.
Right?
It's funny.
Like, just make me buy a lunchbox and it's already
funny
open.
too because a lot of MMOs like require you to be like level 30 or 40 to start riding mounts. Like you have to be level 30 in Final Fantasy 14 to start riding mounts. Still the best MMO I've ever played. You have to be level 4 to start riding mounts and Neverwinter. Like they just right away. Here's your horse.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm gonna have to play that.
Yeah.
Now that it's on PS4.
But yeah.
Trophies.
Tons.
Yes.
Tons.
I want trophies, man. I'm sorry.
Like quests, kill 500 of like each enemy, kill this boss. There's even like tricky like secret ones. Like I was at
Wait,
a
you
tower.
said there's a ton?
Oh, there's a lot.
Is there
like,
a platinum?
Yes.
Really? Oh shit.
Yes.
Okay.
But like they
I'm
have
never gonna get that.
No.
they have like hidden ones. Like they have like those mystic type achievements or trophies too, where it's like take a plunge, and I'm like, what? But I didn't know that achievement existed.
It's just like the Fallout one.
And I was like on top of a tower, and I was like climbing these broken stairs, and there was like a pit on fire in the middle of it, and I was like, jumped off into it, fell through the building, it loaded, fell through the fire pit in that building, then it loaded again, and I was like in this like darkness, and there were like ghosts flying around, and they're like, welcome, and I was like, and I got a trophy for it. I was like,
Okay.
I want to find that.
So do I.
that's cool. It's in the second area you go to for
Okay.
your quest
I'm gonna
line.
look for
so,
that.
I'm gonna have to.
in the Tower District.
Gonna have to look for that.
But anyways, I'm done with that rant. So yeah, play Neverwinter.
Reminds me of the Fallout trophy touchdown.
Yes.
When you first get that trophy,
Touchdown.
you're like, oh.
Well, it was funny because I'm like, I heard beeping, got louder, and then I just flew off into space.
They're suicidal super mutants that carry a bomb
They
like a
carry
football.
around mini nukes like it's a football, and then
and they run at you.
They're suicide bombers.
Okay.
And like when you die by one of them, you get the trophy. Like the first time you die by them, you get a trophy.
I still remember in Saw. Darwinism.
So that was a good game.
That
I'm
was
sorry.
a great
Like, that-
game.
People
The
can
first
talk
one
crap
is
about the first
definitely
one.
great.
That's a very underrated game.
Yeah.
Cool
Creepy.
puzzles. Cool puzzles.
Very creepy.
Yeah.
I want to pick
Saw's
that up
coming
again.
back. Did you know that?
Oh my god, I know. Like Jesus.
Yeah,
movie
Saw's coming-
wise,
Yeah, movie wise.
Yeah.
He didn't
It's-
catch that. He rolled his eyes.
it's done. Just end it.
But now it's gonna be Jim Gordon, man. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do because it was supposed to be the final chapter. But we're gonna make another one.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
It wrapped up so nicely.
Right? That's
The
why I
final
said end
chapter
it.
ended
Just
so nicely, and I'm like, okay, this redeemed for some of the
a lot of the versions.
But then you went and watched it just because.
Yeah.
It's like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's been it for the Killerfox show. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure to subscribe below and subscribe to for the Chivo.
Chivo.
Or
So,
the Chivo.
until next time, you have a great one.